Hi, I'm Gloria Latori, and I'm going to be modeling today collecting and processing words. Collecting words is a strategy that's used for ELL students and helps them better develop and develop their speaking and writing vocabularies. It also helps develop and support their understanding of new systems of words that have similar meanings or have the same meaning. And also helps students build their repertoire of words and word meanings that serve to increase their constant understanding of oral language and stories, and it also helps improve and strengthen their speaking vocabulary and eventually their writing skills that will carry on. Collecting words involves the teachers and students making charts or digital files of the words that the students discover while listening to read alouds, during classroom discussions, teacher discussions. Anywhere they hear a new word, they should be putting it into their chart. And this helps them collect and categorize words based on their meanings to help them understand connection between words and eventually for them to be able to use it in their everyday vocabulary and writing skills. One of the first steps that needs to be done is when you're reading aloud to the students, they need to be able to identify words that they don't understand. So while a teacher is reading aloud a book, she might stop or he might stop during a passage and be like, is there any words that anybody didn't understand? And the student will raise their hand and tell the teacher there's one word, explaining maybe like present or please that the ELL student didn't understand. The teacher can write it on their T-chart and they can start asking the students, act this word out for me. What do you think that this word would seem like if somebody's doing this word, the action of the word, or putting the word into action? How you would use this strategy with students is that you would first read the book out loud to them the first time through the whole book. And then the second time, you would read the book, but stop in certain places that you're seeing words that you know would be difficult for ELL students, or pause at every couple of maybe like 1 to 2 pages and ask students, was there any words that you had difficulty, or please somebody act out these words, and have students act out with their partner what the word might mean to them. And then the teacher will write their word on the board in the T-chart, and this is how the T-chart would look like. It says words, and the teacher would put down the word that the students are having trouble with and the ways we use the word. So the teacher might explain the word in context, be like, if it's please, they'd be like, Miss Latori said, Johnny, please pass me that piece of paper. Or maybe it might be present, and then the teacher can say, we can use this word like, Miss Latori said she really liked the present we gave her for her birthday. Okay, so I'm going to model right now how to use this strategy. So I'm pretending that I read through this book completely through once, and I would have my graphic organizer T-chart already on my board, on my chart paper, to have prepared to write the words that the students are having trouble with. And then the students themselves would be having their journals with them, and they would have the same exact T-chart in their journals, except they would be writing in it. So they would write the word and then how we used it in context. So I'm going to read out loud, Olivia makes a charm bracelet. And usually making these T-charts is usually for students in the lower grades, like primary grades, to help them understand it a little bit better. So I'm going to be reading the first 2 pages of Olivia Makes a Charm Bracelet. And we're pretending that we already read this book one time already through, and now we're stopping between the pages to see what words we don't understand. I must find the prize, Ian murmured as he dug around in the cereal box. Please hurry up, Ian, Olivia replied. I'm hungry and I still have to find a birthday present for Francine before her birthday party starts. Ian was disappointed when the prize was a charm bracelet spilled out. I thought it was going to be something good, Ian said. It's better than good, Olivia cried. It's the perfect gift for Francine. Can I have it, pretty please? You can have it, Ian said, tossing the bracelet to Olivia. Thanks, Ian. Francine's going to love it. So this is where I would pause with the students, and I've noticed that there might be a word, maybe perfect, that the ELL student might not understand, and please. So I'm going to use those two words as examples. The teachers can choose whatever words they think their students might be having trouble with, or they may have trouble with understanding it, or how to use it in context. So I'm going to ask the student, I'm going to write the word down on the graphic organizer. I'm going to write, the first word I'm going to write is please. And then I would ask my students, please act out how we would use the word please. Or how would we say please to somebody? How do we think we're going to use please in real life? So the students would then act out how they think they use please. It might be like a verb. Another word you might be using as a verb, maybe said or cried or murmured. It's whatever word that you might be thinking that the ELL student might be having trouble with. So the students would then act it out. And then we would go over in discussion with each individual group about what they think the word means. And then we would go, and I would use as a teacher the word in context. So I'd be like, okay, so Mr. Cox said, please take out your paint brushes from the sink. And this, I would be saying this as an example that a student asked me, be like, is there any examples of this word that you heard being used throughout your day? I would ask the students before, and if the students didn't have any example, then I would say an example myself. And then the students can also be doing this in class discussions. If there's a word that they don't understand, or their other classmates are using that they may not understand, they can write that word down and act it out between them, or come and ask the teacher what this word means, and they would then help the student figure out the meaning. They would use it in context. They would show the definition. A lot of time, maybe sometimes the ELL student will need a pictorial representation of the word. But anything will be great to help the student learn the word, and the anchor charts work great to help them out. And by using the student journal, they can go back, see the word, use it in context, see how they can use it in a sentence. They'll understand the definition from the sentence, and they can use it as a personal dictionary. So that is Chapter 7, Collecting Words.